Okay, now I'm watching a video. Uh, what is the video called? Because it's important. They just told us how to defeat him. Okay, now that video, and he's talking right now about Grenada. I'm too young to have basically lived through Grenada. I mean, I was alive, but I was like 1 year old. Reagan. Reagan, Republicans, Trump, Republicans, 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 Republicans. You can blame Republicans for the current state of shittiness everywhere in America. You got to get rid of Republicans and the Republican Party. All right, the Republican Party is a figurative and in a lot of ways a literal cancer on this country, and capitalism is also a cancer on this country. It has been implemented in the most destructive way possible. The profit system has been utilized for control and for the gross exploitation of a mass of people for the benefit of the few over the course of centuries. And that should be obvious to everyone. But history has not been taught well, and it has been abused in the public education system, generation over generation, systematically abused, and used as a cudgel, blunt instrument to manufacture obedience, particularly from white people and from incoming I would say immigrants, but from the children of incoming immigrants who would then go into the public school system. And learn about America and everything. And I forget, I think it was FDR that, I don't know if it was FDR that created the public school system, but it was one of those guys that created the public education system. Maybe it was Ford. I think maybe it was Henry Ford that advocated greatly for a public education system to the then president, who then, you know, used his power to implement the federal public education system. Um, and they implemented it to create good factory workers. So let me continue watching the video and see what this guy says. The video is essentially saying, uh, Trump and the Republicans are painting lefties of all kinds as these terrorists and stuff, and a threat to America and blah blah blah. And he's like, we are a threat to America. You know why? We're not a threat to America in the Al Qaeda, you know, bombing the World Trade Center and stuff sense. We're a threat to America because we know how to run a better America, an America that will help everyone. We know how to run America that won't just funnel money up to, 10, 20, 100, 1,000 people. It won't just be a political and economic machine that works for you, for the aristocracy. And lefties have the singular goal of dismantling that entire system and creating a much more egalitarian system. No society will ever have complete equality because people inherently aren't totally equal. It would be boring if everybody were equal the same. We would be androids then, machines, in the truest sense of the word machine. But it would be a much better world. It would be a world where you would not worry so much. It would be a world where stress would not dominate your existence. You would still have stress time and again, but you wouldn't be surrounded by it. You wouldn't exist in a cloud of permanent stress. Your life expectancy wouldn't be lessened by the stress and the stressors of living here. And about that Grenada thing that I was talking about earlier, Grenada was apparently Grenada. They overthrew the some leader or something. They had it was called the guy called it a peaceful coup in like 1970 some. And in 5-ish years, the People's Party raised literacy rates, built infrastructure, got more hospitals there, more doctors, had more integration between men and women and all this. They did all sorts of things that helped the society. They planted more diverse food crops, apparently, so that the people on the island could be more self-sufficient and didn't need to import everything. It boosted tourism and industry at home, again, for self-sufficiency. And there was a guy that came to the United States to speak and said there was like an internal CIA document or something that said um, Grenada was a threat because the people there speak English, and the people there are majority black, which is a big threat because they provide an example and an inspiration to black Americans about basically what is possible. I'm paraphrasing there. I'm not reading word for word off the report. And so that I've heard references to Grenada throughout my life, and so that's what Grenada was about. Ronald Reagan's Grenada. And the United States has done coups before, and as I've gotten older, I've basically learned if the United States did a coup, it was almost always to overthrow the leadership in a country that was nationalist, working for the people, and was not, usually it was, we're not giving you free and unfettered access to our resources. A lot of time it's the oil, but basically we're not like allowing American companies to come in and just do whatever with our resources, or we're not allowing them to, be like, build plantations and shit, and we're not, and they can't like, work our people to the bone. Basically, it's like, oh, this place is good for this if we just come in, bust everything up, and now we can Now we can install a guy that's friendly to us, just wants to be rich, sit back and collect a little cash while everybody else there starves and dies, except for a little bit of the population that will work and do what we need them to do and send their resources back to the homeland. Basically being a colony. And that's, 9+ times out of 10 what was happening. Because, and then that's what it is. And so and then they sugarcoat it in the bullshit lie of spreading freedom and shit. It's constant. It's the total bullshit of. I mean, they feed that lie to ignorant ass fucking hillbilly, rural redneck shit, and then they fucking. It's everybody else is a victim of, people in small town / rural America being like, well, we need to have equal representation. It's like, dude, okay, that sounds good, but how about you don't be so damn idiotic and stuff? And maybe you turn up the lens on your bullshit radar and understand that, these fuckers aren't doing anything good for you. And you maybe open your soul to a better possibility. Have the vision to see a grander world. A bigger world, too. I don't care about them. They're way over there. And fuck them. I just want my gas to be 3 cents cheaper. Like, what kind of, and I lived with some of these people in my suburbs, and, some of these fucking, and I'm sorry to say it, but some of these Jews that were like, I can't believe, and they were rich, too. These fucking people they were the children of fucking rich people, and they're like, God, gas has gone up by 3 cents. This is when gas was under $2 a gallon too. Like, gas keeps going up by like 3 cents. I was getting a ride to school from these people, and like asking me for money, and I'm like, dude, you can either take me to school or I can ride the bus. I don't care, but ask your parents for money. They're fucking lawyers and shit. Like, dude, they can give you money for gas. Like, I don't even give a shit. Like, whatever. Or maybe you can fucking do what I'm doing and fucking sweep some floors, you fucking piece of shit. Like, do some work. I'm spending my money on other shit, like fucking getting high. That fun thing that you do instead of studying. Like, I gotta get into school and get my bachelor's degree in business. And like, man, what you need to do is fucking smoke a joint and fucking tell your dad that his life is bullshit. That's what you need to do. Tell your accountant dad that counting money all day is not what life is supposed to be about, you burning down the bank and walking away. That. I got 3 letters for that. J-O motherfucking Y. That makes my balls tingle. All right. So they give billionaires tremble because every one of their assets is plummeting to the ground. And their gated community, where they and all their rich friends is getting fucking mob deep by a bunch of Africans, all with automatic fucking weapons. That brings happy feelings in my fucking heart, dude. Seriously. Like, oh, call security. Security ain't saving you from a bunch of big Africans with huge dicks and pipe bombs. So, tell me what you think about that. You fucking rural people. Oh no, we can't have that. We're making that bigger than them. Like those fucking rich people hate you too. They don't even really like each other. They tolerate each other. But, I fucking broke as dirt. Rednecks living out in what is basically the jungle. What is the American jungle? And I've seen where you live. With your collection of shit that should be in a junkyard or in a garbage, a landfill. Ooh, they don't care about you. Oh man. To say they don't care about you, it is not even fair. It's that these are the people that would rather see you thrown in an incinerator than within 50 miles of them, any property they own, their kids, the food that they're gonna ever eat, anything associated with them. But I still want you to vote and vote for their guy. Because he's gonna save America. Right? He's gonna save America. He's gonna save America for the Christians. Yeah. For the good Christians. For Jesus. You remember Jesus, right? Which cup Did Jesus drink from? That one that had jewels and diamonds and was gold plated, right? That's the one that Jesus drank from, right? You remember that? You remember that? That was definitely the cup that Jesus carried around with him, right? That he had. You remember that, don't you? I know all the people in my age group and such know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, you remember that, don't you? That's definitely the cup of the King of Kings, isn't it? A glitzy, gay, bedazzled goblet fit for the King of Kings. That's definitely the one. It's only the Son of God would be like, man, I gotta have everything blanged out and made out of straight 100% gold. Anything less than gold, I can't motherfucking have it. Cannot have it, man. Right? That's how you know Trump is on the side of God. Every time you look behind him, nothing but gold. He's definitely on the side of gold, right? 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 Oh, I love gold. He only knows gold. What a fucking douche. You need more than, I don't know, ramen and soda, ramen and water. And your own thoughts. I, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You might just not be a worthwhile person. You need to go and do some soul searching. Sit down somewhere and ask yourself what you're doing. What you're doing, where did all that noise come from? That you need all these other things in your life. Oh, I'm almost ready to eat again. Just to stuff my face. I made every time I make that, because I use a whole bag of chicken because I don't like opening it and then like resealing it and putting it in there because I won't, it'll just sit in there for another like 3 weeks, collecting all that freezer dust crap, and then it'll be horrible when I try to cook it again. It's, even when it's not open the first time, by the time I do open it, it's already kind of for being in there for like a month. So I gotta cook it all at the same time, and the pan just barely holds the entire bag of chicken. So like I gotta make the entire thing at once. And every time I do it, like the first round of me eating it, I'm like, oh man. And I always put a lot back in the fridge. I eat on this for like 2.5, 3 days, something like that. It's the only way to make food as a bachelor. I mean, maybe as a bachelor, like starting out, you can deal with cooking once, twice every day, but 43. I can't hang with it anymore. It's too much of a nuisance. I don't even like cooking once a day. I cook like once a week. I'm at the point where I'm like, I have to eat still? When am I going to have to, when can I just stop eating? I don't want to eat. I don't want to pee. I don't want to shit. Can we just do something about this so I don't have to like, the most I have to do is breathe, maybe drink water. Like, all I want to do is have to breathe. Like, that's it. Can we just fix this so I don't have to like do anything? I'm bored with like needing to do stuff. Like, I'm okay with drinking soda because soda tastes good and like it's easy. Like, I go there, I get it, and but like if you're telling me you gotta drink water, like it doesn't taste good. So like, I mean, it tastes good after like you walk a while and like you're thirsty as shit, and then like you go and get some cold water, and you're like, oh man, that is just yummies. But like just in a regular situation, like water is just like, yeah, whatever. And again, if I were rich and I didn't have to make my food, clean up for it, and basically because you're rich, you don't have to pay for it because you don't feel the cost. You're just so rich, you're like, yeah, I pay for food, but like that'd be like for me, if my all my meals cost 1 penny, I'd be like, yeah, I'll pay for it. Like it's a penny. Like over the course of a year, that's like $3 or something like that, or maybe $5. Like, fuck that. Like, if your every meal costs 1 penny, you'd be like, and you could get whatever you want, like anything you want. Like you don't even care. Like it doesn't even matter. You'd be like, I want a steak. I want a baked potato. I want a big salad. Like I want afterwards. I want like a slice of white cake, and I want like 3 bourbons. Like, very good, sir. 1 penny. Like, very good. You're gonna clean it up and you're gonna make it for me. Like, excellent, excellent. Be like, all for 1 penny. Be like, dude, would anybody? I mean, would you? That would be, and you can change it up every meal. Like, dude, first of all, everybody would be probably maybe not fat, but probably not in the greatest of health. But everybody be eating all the time. You would like eating a lot more. Would eat ribs a lot more too. I would probably I would be like I would eat enough ribs where I'd be like, I can't eat ribs for a little while. Like, done with that for a little while. Oh, I'm just talking into nothingness. I'm putting up a lot of long videos recently, so I don't know. I don't know why anybody would ever watch me talk for a while. I mean, I talk too long. People gotta have more crap going on in their life than to listen to me talk. Oof, I started off talking about Grenada, and now I'm talking about food again. Obviously got food on my mind a lot. I don't, I think I'm gaining weight basically because I'm just not, I'm playing a lot of Ebony, so I'm not like going anywhere. Like Ebony is screwing up everything in my life. Like it's anchoring me to this place instead of me going out and walking where I need to. I need to be like walking around. I've needed to go into town to get mail and do crap. And now I just went to the grocery store in Huntsville because I got to use that dollar award thing before the month ends. So I just did that. And now I got groceries. I got food, and that like I don't have any reason to go into town except get the mail, which is like, and you can see the mail on the microwave there that I like don't open. Most of it is just kind of useless garbage. I rarely get anything that is worth looking at. It's just junk most of the time. Ugh. Now I'm tired from food and heat. Ugh. And this is my video costume. A shirt. Otherwise, I would not be wearing a shirt. This is too hot. I'm gonna go now. Be in front of a fan and stuff. All right. Text rich, kneecap rich. Text well down work. Boobs. Boobs, boobs, boobs. Peace.